We are going to do now the extrude command, but first let me set the unit and limits. We'll keep the unit at architectural, precision at 0, and remember to keep the insertion scale at inches. And we press OK. We take the limits 0, 0 and as usual 100 feet, 100 feet. We'll do Z enter, A enter once. You can see we are in the top view and 2D wireframe. We'll put the UCS icon at no origin. On the top view, I'm creating a rectangle. A circle. A polygon. Hope you remember how to make a polygon. I'm making a pentagon. Sides 5. Let me make one more polygon. Side 6. And let me use the polyline to create another shape. So basically we have some closed shapes here. I'll go to southwest isometric and we'll do the extrude command. Look at the command bar. The shortcut is EXT. Enter. So it's saying extrude, select objects to extrude. So I'll first select this box. I'll press enter. And whatever height I want to give it, I'll give it the height. So from a rectangle I extruded a box. This is also a solid box, exactly like the box, basic box here, but this we have created with the extrude command. So you can pick the extrude command from here also. Just look here at the top of the screen. So if I click here, it says extrude again. So now I'm trying to extrude this circle. So what will I get? I'll get a cylinder, correct? Give it a height. I got my cylinder. Let's check it out. Then this polygon, I'm going to extrude this polygon, the pentagon. Enter. Take my hand above and say 100 feet. And here it is a pentagonal pyramid. Then I click on the hexagon. Enter. Remember to take your hand up, not down. Got the 3D view of a hexagon. Easy. Now I'll extrude this object. Here we are. So any shape that you have, you can extrude. And you can use any other command with it. This is now creating a solid for you. So let's say I have a box here. You have understood the extrude command. Now let's check how else it can be used. Let me just delete these objects once. Now I'm going to the front view. On the front view, I'll create a circle. And on the front view, let me create a polygon. And I come to the southwest isometric view. I leave the Z as it is. I don't put the Z straight here. And I do an extrude. So extrude happens on the Z axis. See, here again extrude is happening on the Z axis. So I have to keep the Z axis as it is. I will not put it straight until and unless I have finished my extrude job. Here you are. Let's take the polyline and create another design just to see how the extrude works. I go to southwest isometric again, pick up the extrude command, click on this closed box, keep an eye on Z, and here you are. The shape has been extruded. So where can we use it? Let's say you want to have the armrest of a sofa differently. Right now I'm not using any dimensions, I'm just making it like this. So I've taken the polyline command. I'm using the arc command from here. I hope you all remember this. So this is the shape of the armrest of a sofa. Here we are, and we extrude it like this. So here we are extruding from the front view. So we are drawing our objects on the front view, and then we are coming to the southwest isometric view and executing the extrude command. Now when we have finished our work, then we can again put the UCS straight. So now the Z has gone up. So every time you go to the front view and then come back to the southwest view, you'll see the Z points in the front direction. So if we need to execute the extrude command, we keep the Z as it is like this. We won't point it up. So here it is. Let me show you one more. 2D wireframe polyline. Arc line. again. So whatever shape we want to create, we can create with the polyline and then extrude it. So your objects are there in front of you. You want to put materials. Let me first put the UCS icon on the top. What else do we have? Wood. So on these shapes also you can add any material of your choice and create your product. How you are going to use this extrude command is up to you. You have to think intelligently and use it. You can create a headboard for your bed. You can create armrests for your sofa. You can create various shapes for your products. So that was the extrude command. Try it out and let me know. We are going to do the revolve command today. So as you can see, we are on the drafting and annotation mode. Let me set my units and limits first here. I am setting it in architectural precision 0. Remember to keep the insertion scale at inches. Okay. I'll set my limits 0, 0 and 100 feet, 100 feet. And I do Z enter, A enter. And let me go to the switch over to the 3D basic view. So I go to workspace switching and take the 3D basics. So the 3D basic is now in front of me. You have already learnt about the extrude command. Now let's try the revolve command. If you see at the top in the home menu, there is a revolve command. So if you notice here, the drop down that is coming, a shape can revolve around an axis. So let's try to create that. But here what we have to remember, I'll have to make the shape, the line both on the front view or maybe the right or left view. So I'm basically taking the front view right now. For the ease of access, I'll just put the UCS icon at the side. UCS icon, no origin. So if you notice here, I'm in the front view and the visual style is 2D wireframe. So just let me pick a line here. I give a line of 10 feet. Just taking an example right now, enter. Keep the F8 on. So here is my line. Let me make it again. I think it's become a bit slant. I need a proper straight line. 10 feet. And let me take an arc. Just a simple 3-point arc. Let me put the F8 off so that I can make a proper arc. So here's the arc. Let me try the revolve command. So revolve, shortcut is REV. So what it is saying, select objects to revolve. So I want to revolve this arc. So I press enter. Now it is saying specify axis start point. I give the axis start point. And it asks for the specify axis endpoint. It asking the axis endpoint. So this is the endpoint and enter. Let's go to the 3D view and see how it looks like. Remember to put the UCS straight. Go to the visual, conceptual visual style. And here we are. A revolved surface. So we have a revolved surface here. Then let's go once again to the front view. Take wireframe again. Let me put this at the side. Let me take an axis again. We need axis for revolve. Everything revolves around an axis, correct? So for the revolve command, we need an axis. So 10 feet again. That's my axis. Now I will pick up the polyline and let me try a shape. Just a random one. And I'm closing this shape. Remember, importantly, I'm closing this shape. Now, okay, let me move the axis towards this straighter line as of now, otherwise it will become very funny looking revolve. And I'm going to copy this for my experimentation. Copy, CO, enter. I'll just keep 2 copies of it so that I can experiment on them. Let me take the first one. I take the revolve command, select the object, press enter, give the axis start point, give the axis end point, and angle is 360 degree. Let me take the other one, revolve again. We'll see them all together in the end. Select object, enter, axis start point, axis end point, and I'm giving the angle as 180 degree. I'm writing 180. Enter. This one, what I'll do, I'll remove this axis. I'll take revolve. I'll take the object and give the axis exactly on the object. And again I say 360. Here I'll remove this axis. I'll take revolve command again. I select this object, enter, press enter. Start point of axis, end point of axis, and I'm taking the angle of revolution as 90 now. Now let's go to the conceptual view. In the 3D view, the conceptual visual style. So I take southwest isometric, I make the UCS straight, UCS double enter, remember. I go to conceptual view, and here are the objects that I revolved. See, the first one revolved 360 degree, the second one I revolved by 180 degree, and there's a hole in between because there is a gap between the object and the axis point. Here what I did, I created a solid by giving the axis exactly on the object itself. And here you see I gave the axis on the object, but I rotated it, revolved it only 90 degree. So you can create objects like this. Maybe a leg of a furniture, maybe the pillar somewhere. This was just to give you an example. So for that, what you need to remember, if you see this shape that I make is called a profile. What is it called? A profile. So sectional profile you should know. So that sectional profile revolves around an axis to create the final shape. Let me show you one more example. So you have understood the simple arc one. Now let me try another one. Let's go again to the front view and the 2D wireframe, and let me try something else. Okay, I am picking up a spline fit. Let's try this out. F8 off to have the spline, and I end the spline here. I take an axis again, F8 on, I need a straight axis, and I go to revolve. This spline is my object now. Enter. I give it the axis, and I give it 360 degree revolution, and here is my object. So using the spline, I have been able to create this shape. So it's up to you what shape you want to create. You are the designer. It's up to you what profile you want to take. So I would suggest you to check out some columns from the internet and draw their profiles first in your copy, and then create that profile on Autocad in front view, then revolve it round an axis. So you'll get a nice column. So you'll really have to do it by measurements. That is very important. Here I took 10 feet. So yes, it would go for a column because it's 10 feet long, but it is too wide at that point of time, at this point of time. So you really need to have measurements, measured profiles. So revolve is all about profiles. It could be a surface profile like this arc and this vase shape, or it could be a solid, a closed profile like this which you want to revolve around. So that will be a closed profile. So all revolve is about profiles. Let me try one more for you. Front view, wireframe. Then let me create an axis again. Let me keep it at 10 feet only as of now. Like again I said, it's up to you what you want with this command. I am here to teach you the command right now. How intelligently you will use it is up to you. Let me try a polyline again. Okay, so in polyline, you remember there's an arc command inbuilt. If you notice at the bottom, there's an inbuilt arc command. So I say A, enter, and within the arc command, there are these commands. So I take the direction command from here. I give the arc a direction, and I get an arc. I don't want another arc, so I come back to line. Look at the command bar, line, the hand is in the line. So I come back to line and again create a line. Again I need an arc. I take the direction command again for the arc and give it a direction. I have another arc here. Take it a smaller arc. Another small arc. Then I take line again and finish this shape. I will leave that as an axis, or rather let me take this as an axis and endpoint both. I will close this from here again. You really have to play with this. So this is another shape that I created out of a polyline, which can be revolved definitely. And I take the axis on the body of the profile, not at a distance, and give it a full revolution of 360 degree. Let's check out the visual style in conceptual view. Here we are. UCS double enter, and we have the Z straight. So here what has happened, take the hand here. You can see a surface because it was not a closed polyline. So it has not become a solid, it has become a surface. See here, the polyline is there. You can delete it. Even after deleting your profile, your revolve remains. See the line inside here. I can catch it and delete it. Nothing happens. The final product remains there. So this revolve is very interesting. You can create beautiful carved legs for your furniture. But again, like I told you, you have to create a profile. You have to see the object, or maybe you design the object. If you are designing it yourself, you know what profile will be required. Or first take any column, any designer pillar or any designer leg, study that leg. If it is there in your house, you can click it and actually study the profile. Actually measure the leg of the table or the chair. If you have a carved one at home, if you don't, you can download it from the internet and try out this revolve command. So this was about the revolve command.